Good morning, students. We have learned about the force and their types in a previous class. In this class, we will learn about frictional force, that is friction. Okay? So, here, friction is nothing but it is opposes the relative motion of the force. This is applied in two area of contacts, two surfaces. This is relative to two surfaces. Okay, to understand the friction, we have to do one activity, then we can clarify the friction. Children, see this. This is a cap. Okay, this is a cardboard. I am pushing this cap to apply some force. See what is happening here. So I applied the force. The cap is moving some distance. Okay, the cap is moving some distance. Gradually, its speeds decreases. Then it stops one place. Okay. So see, it moves one place to another place when applied the force, and it acquires some speed. Then the speed of the object is moving off distance. It is gradually decreasing. At some time, the cap is stopped there. Okay, the cap is stopped. So the force which is present to stop the cap, its speeds become zero. Then the cap is stopped. So the force which is present here, this is a one surface area and this is one surface area. Okay, the force is present the opposite to the motion. The cap is moving towards the motion side. Yes, the force is applied to stop the cap. The speed of the cap is decreasing. At the time the cap is stopped. Okay, so which is the force present to stop the cap? Which force is applied to by the cap and the floor? That is called frictional force. So I applied more force, it moves so long distance. When applied somewhat little bit force, so it moves somewhat distance. Okay, so the force is applied to between the two area of contacts, two surfaces, that is obstruction of the force, moving force, that is the relative motion of the force. Opposite to the relative motion of the force is called frictional force. In our daily life, friction is used in daily life, so many activities. Okay, so the finally it is relative to the two area of contacts. See here, what is the friction? Friction is opposes the relative motion between two surfaces in contact. Between two surfaces in contact, which is applied in two area of contacts, two surfaces of contact. Okay, it acts on both surfaces. It acts on the cardboard and the cap. It acts on both surfaces. Clear? The definition of friction is the force that opposes relative motion of the surfaces in contact. Okay, so here this is the floor and this one is the book. I didn't apply any force. The book is stable on the floor. So which forces are acting on this book? I didn't apply any force. It is in rest in motion. Okay, so which force are acting in vertically direction? There are, in previous class we discussed two forces are acting. Those are downward direction, the gravitational force. Downward direction, the gravitational force is working on it. It is denoted W. And same equal amount of force is applied to the opposite side of the gravitational force. Gravitational force works on downsides. Opposite side of the gravitational force the force is work to the book, that is a normal force. It is in resting motion. When I was applied to pushing the book, the external force I am applied, the book moves somewhat distance. Yes, so that is capital F. The book moves somewhat distance. The speed of the book is gradually decreases. At the time of end, the book stops to moving. Yes, the obstruction of force to moving, obstruction of force, that is frictional force. Okay, let us see some examples. Then after we will conclude the friction.